Where is home?
Yo, that's a profound question. Where is home?
Yeah, where is home?
Your kids are in Kenya, your husband is in Qatar. Where's home?
$36,000 later for a 2 years course.
Kenya shillings?
Canadian, sorry.
Okay.
36,000 Canadian.
Okay.
Where?
Tarehe 17 mwezi wa 5. What's the tune?
Ilikuwa tarehe 17 mwezi wa 5. Stella wapi?
Stella wetu, tumalizie hii story. Juu saizi in your home stretch, you've spent so much money mpaka this point. How did you handle? Because there was the immigration lawyer, there was the school fees for the first school, there was the school fees for the second school, there was living here, because living in Canada is not cheap.
No, it's expensive.
How did you manage?
Long story short, Akina Gooks came through. Akina,
the Guka and the Shosho, those kids that used to... Yeah.
Akina Gooks came through. I got here. They made a whole story. They literally welcomed me into their community. Kabisa.
How so?
I remember the Nyanya went and got someone from the Record newspaper. They published me there saying, you know, my daughter just came from the Middle East. We're trying to do this. I remember another family saw that article and then they called and then we met for tea and coffee. They jumped in. They did fundraisings. My friend, me, I'm like a billboard in Courtney.
Aww.
But as we speak right now, I have 6 of them who are rather have been and still are my like backbone. Kabisa,
guardian angels.
They've helped me. They've been there for me through my worst, through my all, like my 5 years. I owe it to those 6.
There's some kind people here in Canada.
Very kind, very kind. They did a massive fundraiser. I can't remember when, before Almasi came, and the whole of Comox, the firefighters, I don't know which radio company came. It was a massive. And then I met one family who were like, you know what? I've seen your struggles. I know what you're going through. It's not easy having your family separated like that. And they were like, here's the first year of your tuition fee. $18,000. Don't pay back. Here. Can you imagine? Sasa now, the Kenyan in me, hey, I'm calling Almasi. And I'm like, bro.
Ama tununue shamba.
18, oh no, naje. Sio Kimau ama Ruaka.
Maguta. Come on.
Hey, lakini sasa, you know, the way I came to love this guy, sikuwa nataka kufanya kitu yote that itafanya waone ni kama it was a waste.
Oh, to whom much is given, much is expected. You have a responsibility.
Totally. So kabisa, I worked hard. Kabisa shule, I felt like I owed them my grades. I just felt like, have you ever seen the way now I'm expecting my kids know that they owe me their grades? That's how I felt.
I'm paying for everything. You better bring me an A.
You better bring me your A's. So man, I worked hard. Nikamaliza shule. And then I have 3 jobs right now.
Come on.
Yeah, long story short, I moved out from Akina Gooks Kitambo.
Yeah.
I found my own place. Then Almasi came. And here we are.
Come on. Stella the entrepreneur. 3 jobs like this. You're like, wah.
But that's the thing too, Lazima. You have to, in Canada, we don't get that basic at the end month salary where if you don't show up, you get your money in the account. Here,
per hour.
So you know, so if you're not able to go to work for some reason, if you're sick, if you're lucky to get you're in a good company or in a good position, then you get your hours. You know, you get paid your sick hours. But other than that, yeah,
it's like this week you only worked 2 hours. Oh, so sorry. Yes, 2 hours.
But honestly, we've been in, like I said, we're still in debt, but thank God it's been a good 5 years down the line. With the help of this guys we're where we are right now. And I finished school and they're happy, I'm happy,
and here's the thing, and we keep saying it all the time, but still people don't understand. When someone sees a photo of you, you're chilling or you're having a drink in
man.
Courtney, they're like, this, her life must be so perfect. It's so easy. People don't understand like the things like,
it's because we post things that we want people to see on the gram.
Yeah.
I remember when Almasi and I were here and we're like, okay, Sasa, this is time. 3 jobs. The other thing about Courtney is it's not such a big town where you can rely on public means. So at some point we had to look for at least a car to help us move around.
Because if you want to get from this job to that job to home,
right?
and the buses run out at some point.
The buses run out at some point.
Yeah.
So I remember my first car that I got was through this chosen, I want to call them my chosen 6. They just gave us a car and they were like, chukua hii Ford Focus. That was my first car. For free. Yeah.
Just you.
So the Ford Focus stuff, kidogo. And then our priest now at the church here, who again was friends to Akina Gooks, was like, oh, you know what, I'm being relocated, napelekwa Zambia. So here's the Volkswagen, free.
Come on.
So we had another Volkswagen for free. And then
there are good people here.
Courtney, that's why Musema, I think there's no any other better place would want to live and give back other than being in this town. Kasabu. And these are strangers, but these are people I don't know. These are people I've met in 5 years.
Yeah.
And they're so generous. They're so kind. And then
they're
I feel
treating
like,
even better than family.
yeah, and then I feel like for them was to just see me grow and see, yani, just being comfortable. And,
yeah.
and
speaking of the kindness that the chosen 6, the super 6, they showed to
yeah.
you. Is that why you guys are so kind? Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
If anyone, foreigners come to Courtney, they know Stella and Almasi. Because here's the thing, there's a time, you guys watched the video, I needed to go to Vancouver
that time.
And I'd been booked on the bus and I have to take bus and then do this. Almasi was like, listen, stop that nonsense. I'm coming to pick you up in the morning. Because that kindness, you're giving it back to the community. Is that what you're doing?
Sometimes that you don't even know that that's what you're doing. Pasenile, you're trying to help people not make, like, let's say, mistakes that you went through, or rather you know where they're coming from and you know the easiest way to get them to where they need to be,
and you understand the shida zenye watu wanapitia.
And you understand, and most of us here, nakwambia, if it's not for selling akina mashambas and whatnot, we wouldn't have been here. Or, you know, I believe goodness follows you either way. Hata uwe kuna nini, that's what I believe. And coming here, like I said to you, I didn't even know, other than Akina Gooks, I didn't know anyone in this town. And now, Charlie, to tell you the truth, if I called this chosen 6 right now and I told them I'm here and something's going on, or they'd be here in an instant. And these are not even our closest friends who are like our age group. Yeah, they've been there through my graduation. They've been there through bringing Almasi here. They've literally, my 5 years, ni wao tu nimekuwa nikijua. And not even to mention, you know, my other close friends that Almasi and I have made through work and school.
Yeah.
These ones have been there, like, my ride or dies.
If you can, I think what the lesson I'm getting from this, if you can put some kindness out in the world, if you can help someone out, just know itaisha na yeye.
It's true.
If you help someone out, they'll help someone out. Like even right now, if someone comes to me, because of all the kindness that Melissa and I got when we came to Courtney, we're going to pass that on as well. And that's how you build a community that's kind to each other.
Kabisa.
Yeah.
And you know what, like I said, you know, personally, I'm very good at helping, rather giving information to people who want to come to BC as students, because that's how I came. And I know, you know, the ins and outs.
You're kind of like an expert.
Actually, kind of, because I always tell Almasi, I've saved us money, mi mpaka hata sijui anafaa tu kuenda apeane tu mahari tena upya, because not even learn things. I've saved us money. These immigration guys, consultants and lawyers, they're not cheap.
They are not.
They're not cheap. Now, the good thing with them is they know the language. You know, they know what the immigration is looking for, because they're experts.
Yeah.
But also, once you put in your mind to it and you sit down and you read those documents and, you know, you interpret them in a way that when you're telling someone this is what it means, anakuangalia anasema no, that's not what it means. But really, okay, if you deep kabisa, if you read it again and
the
again,
the
fine print unaona. But they didn't say
you are an expert. So you are an expert.
When it comes to student visa and BC, because Canada, I think it's on 10 provinces.
Yeah.
So I can't speak for Kina Alberta. No, Alberta is in.
No,
Alberta is a province. Yeah. What am I saying? Yeah, Kina Quebec, I can't speak for them. Lakini here,
BC.
And that's the easiest way too.
I'm going to put Stella's email address in the description. Check it out if you want to ask any questions about that. Specifically, do that. Kumalize, I want to ask, what are you doing now? What are some of the jobs that you're doing now?
Well, I work in like 3 places right now. I work as a carrier at the main hospital at CVH and at the long-term facility in Comox. And then I just recently went back to my first love where I started working here in Casa. And then
and what are you? It's care aid. Did you go back to nursing?
No, see, they didn't let me, because at that time I was not a Canadian. Yeah. So
do you love what you're doing?
I really do. I really do. Ungeniuliza hii 5 years ago, I don't even think I'd be able to answer, but now I really do.
With your chest, you can say it.
Kabisa, I really do, to the point where if needed be, like if I really wanted to atiendelea with school, lakini nasikia I'm done with that, I would go back and now do my nursing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. No, but as long as you love what you do, you're doing what you love.
Kabisa, I love it. Good. I'm content. I'm happy. It's paying bills. It's,
watoto wanasoma nyumbani, wanakula.
Watoto wanasoma, wanakula, wanakuja hapa sasa sisi ndio tunawaambia.
The kids are coming.
The kids are coming. So it all worked out in the end.
Here's the thing. Speaking of in the end, we've come to the tail end. When I asked you this question in the beginning, I asked you, Stella, why did you come here to Canada? You told me to study and create a better foundation for the kids. Do you feel that this is still in line? Has your
100%. Kwanza mimi ukinitajia masomo nakasirika sasa saizi kwa sababu to think the journey.
Yeah.
Well, Charlie, you've not been in school in Canada. You go and you say, unaona Kenya vile, you go to maybe, let's say, Form 1, and then you finish Form 1, and then you go to Form 2, and someone behind you can use those books. That's not the case here, man.
Books change all the time. Syllabus changes.
People who are from NIC know what I'm talking about. And then there's a code that they put in the middle of what. If that code is used, that book is useless. You can't do assignments. Nasa, your book is like $300. So, in all honesty, school is checked.
You studied?
I've studied, I've finished, unless someone puts a gun to, well, not really. I might go back, but I don't know.
No, okay.
Not now, but I finished.
But you studied, and the other one was to create a better foundation for the kids. Have you done that?
I think I have, because like I said to you, Nairobi,
Nairobi.
Matata za Nairobi, compare Courtney.
Yeah.
And like I said to you, the friendships that we've found here, people who are mentoring us, people who are, right now, if you go to them, unawaambia, this is what I'm thinking of buying a house like this, because they've done this all. They've taken you on board as their kids. And that's what you want for kids, being in an environment where
a community.
Yeah, it's a home wanasemagaje mtoto ni wa
it takes a village to the child is of the village or something like that.
Although saizi sijui kama ni hivyo, but so I feel like we've achieved that, and in the sense that being here, if something ever happens and we decided to retire and go back home, because that's also another discussion that we have later on, we feel like our kids are safe. They're safe. They have family here who's not, they say also family is your chosen. Sometimes you can pick who your family members are.
Yeah.
And these guys here have been nothing but the absolute best. Absolute best. And I honestly, now that the kids are coming, they'll have such great grandparents.
Hey,
Kabisa.
Let me tell you, when the kids come, airport truck will be... We'll be there. Welcoming committee is ready.
Totally. Teenagers, Chanko Charlie.
Come
prepare.
On. Stella wangu, tunaweza ongea we can
kesho,
talk till the rooster crows, but we need to malizia. Yo, that journey, we've come from Kenya.
Kabisa.
From graphins. We've come from graphins and the place in Afia Center for the packages. We've gone to Qatar. We've come all the way to Canada, to Courtney, to the amazing people that you've met here.
Yeah.
It's been a journey.
It's been a journey.
And this is only a very short version of your story.
There's lots
the
more,
actual story would have been 5 hours long. But
Thank
you so much for sharing the story.
Yeah, for having me. Yeah.
And guys, if you need any help, Stella Mukira, if you are trying to become a student, come to British Columbia as a student.
Easy.
Hala at her, she is an expert. She's done this thing. If you guys need any help with that, reach out to Stella. Her email address iko hapo hivyo kwa description. But asante sana for being a guest on Vybes N Visas. Thank you for having us in your beautiful home. Nimekunywa some Kenyan tea.
Nakwambia Kericho, kwa nini nimeita ketepa? Aki gosh. Ni kwa sababu you gave us ketepa.
I gave you guys ketepa.
Yeah, I'm yet to kunywa that's why.
But, so thank you, Stella, for having us.
Thank you too.
Thank you for watching. More episodes of Vybes N Visas coming through. Na Stella, in case you don't know, this is how we finish every episode. So guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Vybes N Visas with me, Charlie, and the one, the only Stella Mukira. Asante sana for watching, and as usual, kutembea kwingi
ni kuona mengi.
Come on. All right.
Well done.
And now my love for you is so strong.